Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio. And today's topic is no gym machines. How does that work? Well, I want to tell you, I absolutely love when a new client or a team member walks into the studio door for the first time. More specifically, I love watching their face. As somebody walks in for the first time, they already think they know what to expect. They're expecting some sort of typical gym where they're going to walk in, they're going to see a bunch of machines they don't know what to do with. They have in mind the type of people that are going to be in there and kind of the atmosphere of what's going on. But let's face it, just walking in the door of something that you've got that going in your head on is a huge step, right? You're already intimidating yourself before you even walk in. But then they open the door to the studio and the look on their face says it all. You see, we don't have the big normal gym machines that you find everywhere else. And we also don't have the same gym type crowd that everywhere else has. In fact, we have very little equipment on the floor at all. The entire atmosphere is completely different. It's really more home-like, inviting is what most of our clients tell us. And the crowd of people there, really can't call it a crowd because we keep our population a little bit more minimal to make sure that everybody has a higher quality experience. But really every person who's there is there for similar ideas. It may not be the same exact goal, but they're there because they need a place that's going to help them to reach their goals in the right way that's right for their body. Not just the right way that's right for research, but the right way that's right for their body. And they've each got certain things that they'd like to change. And so everybody there from an emotional standpoint is coming from the same place. They want to find this answer, and that's what we help to provide them. So I've worked in just about every gym in like a 20-mile radius, and I can teach people how to use equipment available. And I have taught people how to use the equipment available in those big box gyms during my 20 plus years in this industry. I know that you can get results from using big machines, but it's a different type of result sometimes. And in order to get those results, you actually have to show up to use them, which is the hard part, right? So when you buy a gym membership, you're really just renting the machines. And if that's what you love doing and you enjoy working out at a big box gym, that's great. Keep getting great results and go forward. It's when you stop getting great results or you're not showing up, that's the problem, right? So when I opened the studio 5 years ago, I took all of my experience from all these years and all the places that I've worked, and I figured out that I wanted to teach people something more valuable than how to move a bulky machine, right? I wanted to teach them how to make their daily life more efficient. I wanted to teach them how to feel better, how to move better, how to change their bodies for the better. And did you know that we can get the same results with a cheap set of resistance bands that are under $100? Like, add up your gym membership months. How many times have you not gone and wasted that money and could have spent it on, say, one simple piece of equipment that could be at your home, taken with you in your car and everywhere else that you go, and still get you great results, right? At the studio, if you've watched our videos, you've also seen that we use simple pieces of fabric sometimes for different exercises, and we get great results with that. It's not about what you have. It's about knowing how to use your body and figuring out what you absolutely need at a certain point in time. Because having an elliptical in your house is great, but you may not need that elliptical, right? Or a Pilates machine may be great, but you may not need that at a certain point in time. So we've got to make sure that we have the right equipment for the right goals at the right point in time. I know the biggest challenge that I face as a professional, though, in this field is the dreaded excuse. Everybody has them, right? They come from every direction at every moment during the day. And when you think about it, when you take the time to think about it, you can come up with just about any reason not to exercise or eat healthy, right? So for a while, I worked at one of the churches here in town. I was using their facilities so that I could train people in the interim between working over at one of the gyms and opening our own place. And that church happened to have 3 different buildings. And we happened to be in one of the unoccupied buildings on the days that I worked. Nobody was there. Up on the second floor, in the back corner, like dark hallways, all that stuff. They didn't turn on the lights or anything like that. And so that was an excuse, right? Like you pull up to that, that's intimidating. You're like, I don't know what building to go into. I don't know what floor. I don't even know what room. How am I going to find this? So I used to come downstairs and meet people out in the parking lot and walk them up so we could make sure and walk in together. Because if I didn't do that, they weren't going to show up. They'd call me and tell me, well, I decided I can't work out today. And that is just a darn shame. So if you know me, I want to give you a reason to exercise, not to have an excuse not to. So I do everything in my power to help people to find the reasons to do things, even if that means completely restructuring whatever plan I just set for them 2 weeks ago, because that plan may not have worked. It may not have been the right moment of their life to have that plan. And so we sit down and we restructure things and we find a plan that does work. So, if you kind of look at it that way, then you're looking more at what is going to make me show up. So if the big box gyms, you're not showing up, you have your cute little key tag that you show people, hey, I've got this key tag, I'm a member over here, that's great. When's the last time you went? So if you haven't been going or making use of that membership, then what is it that's going to make you show up? Well, some people need to take the gym factor out, right? When you take that gym factor out, you're left with only possibility. So that's where the roots of the studio came from, was just building on possibility, taking away excuses, helping you to not only move through more natural movement patterns by not using the big bulky machines, but also ensuring that you can do your workouts anywhere, anytime, no special equipment required. If you make it all the way to Florida and you forgot your bands to take with you, that's great. As a client of ours, you give us a call, we write you a program that's body weight, or we help you understand what to use down in the hotel gym, or whatever it may come to. We want to make sure that you have an answer. And that's not said in a forceful way either, just so you know. So for me, personally, the flexibility and possibility and the improvement in more than just muscular size. So, by changing up what I'm doing, I'm able to improve my flexibility. I'm able to improve my muscle tone so that I can look longer and leaner. I am able to improve my fat burning ability, my metabolism, all sorts of things. That's a huge perk. But the flexibility is also a huge perk for me. I'm a business owner. I'm a mom. I homeschool. I have a family to run. I have things to do and people to meet with and see all the time. So I need that flexibility. And I can tell you that what we do at the studio is the same thing that I do personally. I take my workout and I may do it at the studio. I may do it at home. I may do it in a hotel room or at a park with my kids. There's so many possibilities when you understand that working out is about more than just a machine. So what is it that makes you show up? And what kind of workouts are your favorites? I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to post it down below. And if we could be of help to you in creating a little more flexibility and possibility in your life, feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. Hope you have a great day.